What's up, everybody? I'm Josh Meek, the Uber Geek. Thank you very much for joining me here on Pretty Dece, your daily entertainment and pop culture podcast. I'm happy you're here, whether you are listening on the Anchor app, whether you are listening in podcast form, or if you're checking out the brand new video version, which you can find by searching YouTube for Pretty Dece or going to prettydeceshow.com/video and following the link there. So, news today, let's talk a little bit about mobile games. Specifically, let's talk about Niantic, which is the developer of first Ingress and then Pokemon Go, which, took the entire nation by storm briefly, and then, continues to still be a very popular game despite having a bit of a fall off with playership. Well, it was announced recently that they're working on a brand new game, and this game is focused on Harry Potter. So this game, it's again going to be an augmented reality game. They're working on it with the Warner Brothers game studios. It's going to be called Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Of course, coming to phones, and it sounds like it's going to be a very similar concept to Pokemon Go and to Ingress. So the statement they put out about the game is, quote, "By exploring real-world neighborhoods and cities across the globe, players will go on adventures, learn and cast spells, discover mysterious artifacts, and encounter legendary beasts and iconic characters," Niantic and Warner Brothers said in a press release. So basically, this sounds like it's going to be a reskin Pokemon Go. Let's be completely honest with ourselves. And if we're again being honest, Pokemon Go was essentially a reskinned Ingress. I think my biggest problem with Niantic as a company, and there are many things to be upset with them about over the course of Pokemon Go, is that they didn't create a game in Pokemon Go that was a Pokemon game. They created an augmented reality game and then put Pokemon things in it. And while it was still fine for what it was, it didn't really capture the essence of Pokemon. So the thing that I want them to do the most with this Harry Potter game is come up with something that's truly Harry Potter. Figure out what exactly you can do with augmented reality that makes it feel Harry Potter, whether it is waving your phone around like it's a wand or whatever. Don't just follow the formula that you created with two games so far. Come up with something that is unique. Harry Potter is a massive, massive fan base. Lots of people love Harry Potter, but I don't know that you're necessarily going to get the insane influx of people that you got with Pokemon Go. I think that Wizards Unite will be a very popular game, but I think you would get more people, even people who aren't necessarily Harry Potter fans, if you did something that's a little bit different than your previous game. So, here's hoping. I think a lot of the Harry Potter stuff, the Harry Potter mythos maps itself kind of well to Pokemon Go. The particular houses of Harry Potter, Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff kind of equate pretty well to Team Mystic, Team Instinct, Team Valor from Pokemon Go. Obviously your spells and stuff and your artifacts equate pretty well to your items and your Pokemon. And then, the characters and stuff will show up at gyms, for example, or the beast will show up as the things you have to defeat with gyms. I would love to see if they took it in the route of hey, we're going to add a dungeon crawl. So, maybe, hey, show up with these people, or we'll project this fake dungeon into the world. Or they give you hey, let's give you quests. Let's give you things that you have to do in the real world and try to complete them using your wizarding abilities. I think there's lots of different ways to take it that make the game different than Pokemon Go, but it's sort of it stands to be seen whether that actually is something that happens or not. We won't know until we hear more details about the game, which of course they're being fairly tight-lipped about now. This is coming out under a new games brand called Portkey, which is a new label that was spun up that is, quote, dedicated to creating video game and mobile experiences inspired by J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World. So expect many more Harry Potter themed games coming soon from the Portkey Games label. So that's going to do it for today for Pretty Dece. Thank you very much for joining me. Make sure you follow Pretty Dece on Facebook and Twitter at Pretty Dece Show, or visit prettydeceshow.com for all of those social links and stories and whatnot. I'll be back tomorrow for more awesome content. Until then, make sure you subscribe for daily episodes.